Oh boy. All right, guys, I got to switch around. Y'all don't see my ugly mug. You really don't. This traffic is bad as I don't know what. This is DJ Wolf. Of course, the podcast is DJ Wolf Live here. Right here live on YouTube, y'all. Woohoo! Man, this traffic is so bad. I mean, it's been like this all week. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. I tell you, it's terrible. Seriously, it's been like this all week, man. I don't know what's going on other than school. I mean, but it wasn't like this. I mean, school's been open, what, last 3 weeks? It ain't been this bad. College has been back open. It ain't been this bad. We've had football games, baseball games out here. People have been playing, outside and all this other stuff. It has never been this bad. It's never been this bad. It's terrible. It's the worst I've seen it. It's the worst I've seen in a long time. And it's like, it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. It's not getting no better. It's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, I leave early in the morning and it's still bad. I leave late in the evening, it's still bad. Here it is almost 6:30 going 7 o'clock. It's still bad. It's like people don't like to go home. It's like, damn, shoot. And last Friday was just as bad. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it's not a vacation. It's not a holiday. We're in an off-holiday mode right now. Schools are back in, but it's been back in for weeks. The traffic was never this bad. It's been terrible, and people driving like fools out here, absolute plumb fools. Seriously though, where a couple of them almost act like they want to hit my car. I was like my grandbaby in the car, maybe that'd be a problem for you. Big problem. Seriously. It's just nuts. A guy over in North Virginia damn near damaged my bumper. They didn't damage it too bad, but enough where it was almost noticeable. And I'm like, and the only thing I was doing, I casually moved right past him. I didn't clip him. I didn't cut him off, and he got mad and cut me off and clipped my bumper. Didn't even have to do that. All he had to do was just get behind me. I'm like, don't hear he was in a rush. It was ridiculous. He just came out of nowhere. And I ain't have enough time to slow down because by the time he did it, he clipped me up. That's when he clipped me. These folks are just treacherous out here. I mean, the DMV has something where I think their number, I know their numbers are high as far as traffic, worse than the worst traffic in the country. Terrible. I think it's right behind New York and Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken. Traffic pattern here is getting worse. That's like, damn. You can't leave at a decent hour to get home at a decent hour anymore. It's just ridiculous. And it's getting on my friggin' nerves, for real. Because, I mean, and then you got to go through the trouble having go eat late and then go to bed late because you want your food to digest, and then you get up early so you get to work on time because traffic's just bad in the morning. And just, boy, I swear, I don't know. Do I think electric cars are going to help? I don't know, maybe. If they ever bring the car prices down. Truthfully, I had thought about getting an electric car, to tell you the truth. I'm tired of the gas prices. And the gas price is another whole story. Gas price back almost up to $4 again. I looked at I didn't look at getting an electric car. Electric car is actually a little high right now. But what's it going to benefit me getting an electric car right now if I can't afford to get a regular new car? Which is what I was thinking about getting. But what's the point? What's the point at this point of getting an electric car when I can't even afford a regular new car? Electric car is almost as much anyway. They got ridiculous out here. These people out here are stupid out here. And they ride your bumper. I almost don't even want to get a new car anymore. Maybe a slightly used car. Maybe like a slightly used clunker. To take my good car off the road because this is getting to be a bit effing monotonous. And people don't care anymore. They just ride your bumper. They don't care. They do not care. They don't care what kind of cargo you got in the car at all, period. They don't care. They literally do not care. I was taking my grandbaby coming from my family cookout, and dude almost hit my bumper there. woe be to his ass if he did, especially that day. You know, baby was crying too because I had to change the diaper. But anyway, I'm just saying though, these people don't take the care to think about anybody else but themselves on the damn road because they're so high strung on these roads driving. I get frustrated sometimes driving at home. I don't even ride nobody bumper. I ain't trying to bust a fast move on somebody, cut them off because I'm in a hurry. I just take my time and do what I gotta do. These people in DMV are nuts when it comes to driving. They ain't much better than Ohio, to tell you the truth. Now, Cleveland, they really nuts. Like they go 65 miles per hour on the shoreway. The shoreway is the equivalent of the Beltway down here in the DMV, in Cleveland. The shoreway is about Lake Erie. For those of you who don't know, but they do the same thing. Except if they drive 65 across most of the shoreway area going into downtown. I mean 60 and up. Some cases you go further out east is 65. Thing of it is, those folks be doing 95 and up. I see them do it. They be flying across there, man. Shoot, it's the same. Sand is real, folks. I'll tell you. And people down here it's no different, and it is up there. They don't take the time to think about, hey, you know what? I may need to slow down because you don't know who or what's in the car and what they got in the car. It's not that big of a hurry. It's not worth trying to get involved with a hit and run or hit and damage in somebody else's car. Matter of fact, a young man, I think it was somewhere, Southern PG County, somewhere like that, somewhere out that way, where a young man, he was a young man of 5. He had 5 children, father of 5, got hit by a car, and it was sad. They said he didn't bother nobody. He just minded his own business, took care of his family, man. So it was heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie, it was heartbreaking. And people don't take the time to care anymore, man. I'm saying they don't take the time to care of others. Now, I'm gonna give you an example of taking time to care. Now, I helped the customer out with a problem, and someone was telling me that they had referred them to me to help them out, and they were saying that the customer was kind of like fussy and frustrated and cursing at them, and he apologized for for us responding back to you. I'm here to help you out and do whatever I can to get you back going again. And it did. It took about a day or two to get him back, but he's good. And but the whole time I talked to him, he didn't seem to be at least bit bitter or anything. He was just very nice. He was an older guy, and I could tell he was a little bit nervous about doing what he needed to do. And sometimes you have to, when it comes to older people, when they're doing certain things like that, you have to take their hand and reassure them it's going to be okay. We'll get you going. And which is what I pretty much did. And I just finished him up today. But I can understand why the person who I talked to said, "Oh, well, he was fussy." I ain't had no problem with this guy. I just talked to him like I would anybody else. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't say, "Well, why you?" I didn't give him no attitude or anything like that. I just talked to him. Sometimes I find out as I get older, you have to be more patient with other folks because you want folks to be patient with you. And that's the same thing that I want people to do when you're driving out here. When you're driving out here, you got to be patient with other folks, man, because you don't know what caused them to, not drive as fast as you want them to do. And maybe something they be going through, man. We got to think about other folks in this world, man, beside ourselves. And stop being so selfish, because I think this has gotten to be a bit of a selfish society anymore. And the way these folks drive, they just don't give a damn. They don't care. Very selfish, just very selfish folks out here on the roads, just like it is anywhere else. We got to start learning to care about other folks beside our own selfish things that we do every day within ourselves. And stop being selfish about it. Stop driving like you're losing your minds. They do it all the time out here. I just don't get it. It's really sad, man. I think as not only citizens of this country, but people around the world, you get the access to the social media and the internet and all that. We don't talk to each other like we used to. I know My son at one time said he wanted to talk to this girl, but he wanted to text her. I said, if you want to talk to this girl, you want to really get to know. And I think he until I met her. I said at the time he's married now, but at the time he was still younger. He was much younger. He was like he wanted to call her up and all that stuff. I mean, no, he wanted to text her, and I said, no, you don't text, man. If you really want to get to know a woman, you call her. You talk to her. Texting, you don't know who you're talking to be honest. You really don't. That's why, unless you really know him, like, I could text my wife. I know who I'm, 99.9% chances my wife I'm texting, blah, blah, blah. I hope so, anyway. But, some random chick that you just met at the time when he was in his, early 20s and stuff, no, you call him. And the teens and stuff, you call him. You don't text girls at the time. I told her, like, you don't do that. But it's the new way of doing things. I don't care. It's the new way of doing things, and not the new way of doing things should be the old way, which is to call them. That way you get to know them. That way you get to talk to them directly, and not be talking to somebody who might be a dude. You know what I mean? You talk about, hey, babe, what's going on? And dude, who are you talking to? He talking to another dude. And I just put it on and say, hey, daddy. You see? That's what I'm saying. That's why texting can get you in much trouble as anything else. And I said, calling is the next best thing to be there. Like they used to always say in the old commercials back in the day. The bell system. Yeah. So. But yeah, we got to get back to some of the older ways of caring about other folks besides ourselves when we on these roads and everywhere else. That includes social media too. These people are nuts on these damn roads. They are nuts. They don't care. I got a dickhead behind me right now. Excuse my French, folks. And guess what I'm not doing? I ain't speeding. I'm doing exactly what I need to do on this road. I ain't going no faster than I need to. There's too many cars out here. Now, you want to create a problem, you want to create a problem for us and everybody else. These fools don't care. It's too much traffic out here trying to dip and dab and dodge and fly around. And I own a couple cars like that. I don't know anymore, but at the time I didn't even do it even when I had them. Now if it was a straightaway, wasn't nothing out there, maybe about midnight or something like that, ain't nothing out there, no cops around. Not that I would do that around cops, but I'm just saying I would push a little bit, not a lot, but or if I got off early from work or something and wasn't a whole lot of cars on the road, yeah. But beyond that, I wouldn't do that at all. Not in traffic. But you got folks like to play in traffic like that. Like to live dangerously and don't care. They really don't. There are people out there like that every day. And a lot of these youngers out here like that. A lot of these youngers need to learn values, man. I'm going to say, I'm talking about right across the board. I ain't saying just no black kids, just no white kids. I'm talking about young kids, period. Because I think that social media has kind of ruined it for a lot of these youngers. And I remember years ago, people used to say, I'm going to get my kids a computer for about $100. I said, $100? It was laughable back then. Why would you want to buy your kid a computer for $100? Think, what can I get for $135? Now, you can do it now. Yeah, you can buy a new laptop for damn near that much now. Brand new. But 20 years ago, it was laughable. You even think you can get a computer for that much. Even 25 years ago. But I'm saying that because people was trying, thinking it's gonna make the kids smart. They own the computer. On contrary, my friend, it didn't make them smart. No, it might have made their lives a little bit more useful. It made mine useful. Actually, in a way, it did make me smart because it made me learn how to compute and figure things out. But that's another whole story. I could talk about it in another podcast. But a lot of these kids out here, I'll be honest, I do. Not all of them, but I do. They use it to their advantage, thinking, oh, okay, I go ahead and use it for things where I don't have to work as hard. I don't have to use my mind. But you have to use your mind. Otherwise, the computer ain't gonna do you no good if you ain't using your mind to help you with your computations. It's not gonna do you no good at all. Especially if it comes to a point you have to do it without the computer. There's some kids this generation, including my son, that don't even know what it's like to be without a computer. And I do. I just don't want to be without my cell phone, though, because I can't live without that, but that's another whole story. But I just wish people would take the time to stop and smell the roses and care about other people when they're on the roads or anything else. And not be texting while driving either. That's another whole story. You know. Yes, I'm shooting this podcast in my car, but notice I have my phone down. And I'm not paying attention to my phone. I'm talking to you while my phone is down, pointed down while I'm doing a live feed. That's all I'm doing. So, but that's all I'm going to do right now because I'm about to get off here. I actually do want to do a live podcast. I'm hoping by the weekend I can do a big live podcast, a big show live podcast. I don't want a long time. And now live, fully function studio with everything, all the bells and whistles that I want to do, and try to get me some sound bites. I'm looking to do that right now. So with all that in mind, this is DJ Wolf. I am out.